Hey everyone, it's me. Who else would it be? Just 5 o'clock in the morning and can't sleep. I don't know. I was gonna make this video because something that's really occurred to me lately. I mean, like, it's something that I've always kind of known or thought or suspected, but it's definitely something that's really rang clear to me in the last week. Okay, so I mean, like, my work persona and who I am in real life is extremely bitchy, bossy, dumb. I don't like men. Like, I don't like men. I know a whole bunch of guys just unsubscribed to both my channels. Why are you with a miss in front of my name? What were you expecting? My persona is a dom. Really. And, I don't know. But in my relationships, my actual relationships, like loving and caring and guys I could see myself spending the rest of my life with, I'm submissive. And it doesn't happen that often. To be honest, I as a big girl with a huge chin, and yes, it's like the one part of my body, the only part of my body I'm really self-conscious about. I'm very jealous of all the girls that are my size that have the skinny face. You know what I mean? I don't understand how that works. It's very interesting to me how different girls have different bodies. Okay, so anyways, enough about that. But as a big girl with a huge face, I surprisingly get hit on a lot. I'm not trying to sound vain, I guess. But I don't like any of them. And I think now, like, when I start to like a guy, I kind of feel like I should run. I'm like, what is wrong with him that I want him? What is wrong with him where I find him attractive? Yeah, because I am a self-proclaimed lover of Narcissist. I mean, I like Onision, right? Yeah. He's gonna hate me and block me now. Okay. My ex in England, my ex-fiance, whatever he wants to call himself, as with many of my exes, even my first ex-fiance says we weren't engaged, and I'm like, really? So, okay, he was a narcissist, not hardcore, not an extreme case, but yes, a narcissist. Paul, my ex-best friend, complete narcissist. He was narcissist to the extreme, and I loved it. Okay, like, I just joined this group on Facebook, and I'm gonna put the link down there for anyone who may need some support. It's like finding the light, surviving after a narcissist, or something like that. And I found it by accident. I just stumbled across it, and I was like, wow. Everything they were posting just hit home. I was just amazed, because I never really thought about it before, because I was happy with the way he treated me. And I know that the way he treated me wasn't right. And I know it wasn't the way a healthy relationship should be, but I loved it. It turned me on. It made me happy. Those are the kind of things that make me happy in a relationship. And again, it's not just with anyone. Like, some guy can't walk up to me off the street and be like, bitch, you need to do this. Or, bitch, you need to do this. Or else I won't want to be with you. And I'm like, okay then. But with him, he could say things like that. With him, he could make me feel like I was never going to be good enough. When in reality, I knew that I was better than him. When I supported him, and he made me feel like I was nothing without him. When he made me feel, when he told me that men weren't lining up to be with me, but yet I knew I could get someone else. And the way I worshipped him, and I do that. I do. I worship them. I put them on their pedestals up there. And I stroke their egos, and they love every minute of it. And then they tell me that I'll never be good enough. And I'm like, yes, daddy. And I know this is really crazy, and I just need to vent. And maybe somebody out there will be like, oh God, that's me. And maybe they'll look into this group, or maybe they'll look into it, and maybe they'll snap. And I don't know if I'll ever change. Because in order to change, I'll have to give up that piece of me that's happy. And that's such a huge piece of me. And everything else, every other relationship I've ever been in that hasn't been with a narcissist, just feels like settling. I don't feel as happy or as in love. And it sucks. And yes, I'm looking into getting help, professional help. So maybe I can enjoy a normal relationship, or a halfway normal relationship. Maybe. I'm trying to distance myself. Well, not distance. Give myself more time to myself with the juggalo. And he's not a narcissist on the levels of Paul or my ex-fiance. I'm not even sure if he's a narcissist or just ego, or just a little boy with an ego. Which, honestly, okay, and this is another thing, like, a narcissist, they they make it seem like they're egotistical. They make it seem like they got self-esteem. They talk themselves up. They make themselves out to be these big heroes when really they aren't shit. Well, in my head, they're the shit. And you know, that's why I said the one in England wasn't completely a narcissist, because he could be a good guy. He could be a sweetheart. I like that look. I'll have to figure out how to do that. Okay, anyways, he could be a sweetheart. But he did have a bit of a hero syndrome. A way of making things out to be different than the truth. And he liked playing the good guy. And narcissists really have like a self-esteem like this when they make it out to be this, which is why they have to make you feel like shit. Schlit. Which is why they have to make you feel like schlit. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, like, Paul in prison for 7 years of his adult life. An alcoholic who was addicted to meth for the longest time until I helped get him clean. I drove 26. Okay, now I'm sounding like a narcissist. No, but I actually do have an ego, so mine's not fake. The rest of the world don't think I have an ego, but I have an ego. Even the juggalo is like, you don't have self-esteem, you don't love yourself. And I'm like, why? Because I'm fat? He's like, how can someone love themselves and let them get as big as you are? And I'm like, depression in the past, possibly, maybe. But it doesn't matter because I don't need to fit into society to love myself. And he's like, well, how can someone who loves themselves never leave the house? And I'm like, because I don't want to deal with stupid idiots. I love myself that much. But okay, I don't know, like, yeah, they don't love themselves and they feed off of your worship. And if you can't do anything for them, if you can't make their lives better, if you don't worship them, if you say anything against them, they'll cut you out of their life. And this is so true as well, because anytime I mentioned anything that he did wrong, I got in trouble. He threatened to cut me off. He threatened to leave. Anytime he mentioned anything I do wrong, it was okay. Anytime I mentioned anything I did for him, I was just doing it to be a bitch. Blitch. I didn't need to rub that stuff in his face. What was I doing it to be praised? Or was I just doing it because I loved him? He made me feel bad. But I'm like, but he could bring up anything he'd done for me 1,000,000 times and again. I'd play into it. Oh yes, you were so great when you pushed that mountain or that car up the mountain with the 4 kids in it. You're wonderful, Paul. Oh God. Like, oh, it was so awesome how you did this or how you did that. Oh, you're the greatest ever. You don't know, you're not. You're not a piece of shit. You have a heart of gold. And he fooled me. He fooled me for 11 years. I actually believed that deep down there was a good guy in there. Because he was good at pretending, I suppose. And, you know, he'd say schlit to me. And he'd make jokes. And I thought they were funny because they kind of were. I can laugh at myself, but maybe he meant them. I don't know. I mean, the juggalo. Oh, and another thing. It's like, they say they're doing things when they're not. You know, like he said he was living with his sister to help her out with the kids. He didn't have a job, buddy. Sorry, I just really love the pigtail look. You didn't have a job. She was supporting you, you know, or he'd say he did this, or he just said he did that, or he was doing this. You know, he probably told his new girlfriend that he was trying to help me out to lose weight, that I couldn't take care of myself. And he told me that sometimes, that I couldn't take care of myself. He had to do everything. And I'm like, really? Who went grocery shopping? Who paid the rent? Who paid the phone bills? Who was that? Wait, it wasn't you. But he did everything. He had to hold my hand and support me and take care of me, and I would be lost without him. So I have to say that the juggalo isn't a narcissist, I believe. But like I said, he definitely is egotistical. I think he might be a little schizophrenic or something. Or maybe borderline. I'm not sure. Which, okay, I cannot hold being borderline against anyone. I cannot hold mood swings against anyone. Because, you know, when he's really into me and then he disappears because he gets in a bad mood, or when I say something that hurts his ego and he gets mad and says something mean to me, I can't get mad at that. I can't hold that against him. Because guess who does it as well? Me. I mean, I'm surprised because things are actually going okay with us for once. I don't want to jinx it. Hold on. I mean, we're not officially whatever we are. I know that if I started dating someone else, I don't know, the other night we got into this thing and he told me I could date other people, and I was just kind of like, that hurt more than anything you've ever said to me. And I think if I actually did it though, he would be completely hurt, and I really don't feel like testing that, because you know what, I'm kind of liking working on myself and trying to figure out ways to make money and focus on me, because I need to get a car. I need to do things for me and leave these narcissists alone. But yeah, so I'm kind of happy with that right now. I mean, like, I didn't answer his calls for like a day, and he texted me and asked why I was ignoring him, and I'm like, because I'm busy. But just know that no matter how busy I am, I adore you to bits. It's true. Just because I'm not talking to him doesn't mean I'm not thinking of him. So, yeah. So maybe, I don't know. We'll see. I'm completely into narcissist. I still need to do a video telling you guys more about borderline. Maybe I'll do a video telling you more about narcissist. What classifies one? Anyways, I know that's kind of distracting. It's why I haven't really done a lot of videos this week. I've had this for exactly a week now. There's one on this side, but I think it's healed. I know, with the fair flipping and whatever. Yeah. Mister, you can see other people. Who am I gonna tell him that giant hickey's from? Of course, then again, his response would probably be, I said date, not let them see your cheese. But, I mean, a lot of the stuff I wear is low cut. So, I mean, right? Kind of work cuts to my work. That's okay. I mean, I liked it. See, he has traits of a narcissist, but like I said, I really don't think he is. So, but I do like him, so maybe I need to run away. Okay. Sorry for rambling for 20 minutes about whatever. If you got this far, awesome. Later.